come a long way toward perfecting our union. In my family, it took just one generation to go from segregation to the Supreme Court of the United States. And it is an honor, the honor of a lifetime, for me to have this chance to join the court, to promote the rule of law at the highest level.
This week, the Senate voted to confirm Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. Joining us now is the top Republican on the Senate Judiciary Committee, Chuck Grassley from the great state of Iowa. Well, Mr. Chairman, I think it's an amazing journey that Justice Jackson has been on, from segregation to the Supreme Court. But there have been Republican nominees that had some pretty amazing life stories, too, and I don't recall that generating a lot of media or Democrat support for them.
If you look at Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, Barrett, I think one Democrat voted for one of them, and the rest of it was all Democrats against it. So I don't know why people should be surprised that this is the other way around when Republicans come. But there is a big difference. Just look at Kavanaugh. When they had him, how the Democrats treated him. You didn't find Republicans treating Justice Jackson the same way. We didn't get down in the gutter like they did with Kavanaugh.
You know, Chairman, not a single Democrat voted for now Justice Amy Coney Barrett. Not a single one. And to some of us, she was historic as well. So, I mean, I'm left to conclude that maybe there's a double standard on who the left will celebrate and who they will not celebrate.
Well, you know what? We Republicans, at least this Republican's looking forward. We're looking for somebody that wants to interpret the Constitution according to the original intent of the writers. We want people that are going to interpret a law passed by the Congress of the United States, leave their own opinion out of it. In the case of Justice Jackson, I wrote the First Step Act. I know it didn't have any retroactivity in it. She read it to have retroactivity in it and gave somebody a lighter sentence because of it, and things of that nature. She consistently sentenced people at the lowest level, in the cases of child pornography, at the lowest level of the recommendations of the Sentencing Commission. And so I think we had very good reasons for not wanting her on the Supreme Court. And we need to be proud of her accomplishments. There's no doubt about her credentials to be on the Supreme Court, but we want people that are going to be strict constructionists.
Well, you cited two reasons that you voted no. Did President Biden, I know you all served together, I mean, did he consult with any of the Republicans on the Judiciary Committee or get your input and say, you know, to my friend from Iowa, look, I'm going to make the pick, but do you have any input on who I should select?
We didn't get into names, but he did consult with Durbin and I about 1 week after Breyer's nomination or resignation was stated. And so I can't say that there wasn't any consultation, but we didn't speak about this person or that person.
Senator, I knew you when I was there. You've been in the Senate for 41 years. You are one of the most gentlemanly people, both in private and in public. It just seems like the confirmation process has changed so much. Has that been your experience? And will we ever get back to the days, or should we, of overwhelming confirmation votes?
I can explain how we got to where we are. I'm not sure I can answer your question very well, how we get back to where we were. But remember, between 1789 and 2001, there were not any sort of filibusters against people going to the Supreme Court or other judges as well. And then Schumer got Democrats together in Farmington, Pennsylvania, and brought in Lawrence Tribe, and they decided we're going to start taking judicial philosophy into consideration. So the first African-American woman by the name of Janice Brown that was going to be appointed to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. She did eventually get there a couple years later, but they filibustered her because Republicans just couldn't ever have the possibility of putting the first African-American woman on the Supreme Court. And then, you know, Estrada had 7 cloture votes, and he couldn't be on the D.C. Circuit because Republicans might put the first Hispanic on the Supreme Court. It's been downhill ever since, I'm sorry to say.
You're right. I wish more people remember Janice Rogers Brown and Miguel Estrada, but I know you do. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday night. Look forward to seeing you soon, Mr. Chairman.
Trey.
Fox News alert. There's breaking news out of Washington, D.C. tonight. Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson has announced she's supporting South Carolina Senator Tim Scott in his bid for re-election and will likely support him for president. Not a person watching tonight actually believes that.